Hey guys, Joe Rhino here, and today's video is going to be a little different. I'm going to go over the stuff that I got at the recent Star Wars celebration in Chicago, but also I was able to cover the convention for my friend's website, so I took close to like 1,000 pictures while I was there over the weekend. So what I'm going to do is in between now and my haul portion, I'm going to do like a video montage of all the pictures that I took. There's going to be, everything from some of the booths that were there to cosplaying and various things that I thought was interesting. So it's not going to be a lot of pictures because like I said, I took a lot, but I'm just going to take pictures of some of the, some of my favorite parts of the convention. And then after that, I'll come back and then I'm going to go over the different things that I picked up while at the convention. All right, so I'll see you in a bit. Alright guys, I hope you liked the video montage. Like I said, there was a lot more pictures that I took. If you went to JediInsider.com, that's the website that I sent all my pictures to. And then now I'm going to go over the different things that I got at the convention. The first stuff I'm going to go over, this is the swag, the stuff that booths handed out, or people were, one group I joined where people were making patches, pins, buttons, and stuff like that. And there was a lot of stuff that was going on, like where um, various people were trading and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go over that first. I don't know how well some of this stuff will show up because they're like little shiny buttons and stuff like that, but I'll go through those. Well, first off is this cool bag that they gave us. This was it was just sitting in bins, but it was cool. And in each bag had some Ziploc baggies filled with Ziploc baggies. I thought that was kind of funny. So I'm going to pull a couple things out here and then I'll go over them as I get to them. Now, in past celebrations, I got the idea in my other video I shared about the patch that we handed out for my group. I think it was C4 is when I first noticed that other groups and other websites were handing out patches and giving out goodies and stuff like that. And that's why, you know, me and my friends, we've been together for over 10 years. And I thought, since it's coming to our hometown, why not do something like that? So with that, there were some other patches that I got. And most of these were just stuff like if I saw someone wearing a patch in line, or they had like vests or something like that. Some people had t-shirts or jean jackets and stuff like that that had just tons of patches on them. Then I handed them out, and I got you know, some of them I didn't get anything for, which that's not the point that I was doing it for, but some of them actually gave me patches in return. So I thought those were kind of cool. This one, I think I got this from the guy from the group that I joined. I don't know if it was just a random patch he had, but it's Boba Fett, so it's pretty cool. And I'll probably give this to one of my friends because I didn't back the barge. I didn't have the funds for it, but you know, I know a handful of guys that did, so I'll probably give one to one of them. And that one is it Pennsylvania? So like this is like a good example of the Pennsylvania Collecting Society. Like we're the Chicago Trade Federation, and that's like that's how basically the patch thing started. And a lot of people started getting more intricate. I had a couple patches I gave them to my friends. They're called puzzle patches, where you collect like, you know, one of them I think it was up to close to 20 patches, and it forms like an old vintage carrying case. There was a couple other ones that were like pie shaped. I saw one that was like a star shape and stuff like that. I had a couple of the figures that I wasn't collecting those. It was just too much, and plus I was taking pictures for the website, so I didn't really have time to go around and hunt down certain patches. So I gave those to my friends. This was one of the cool ones that I got. I really like this one. I don't know where to block the words. And then this one was like I said, I was just handing them to people. This guy was from Ireland. He was in line getting food, and I handed him one of my patches, and he gave me one of those. So shout out to those guys. I really enjoyed. That was like one of my favorite parts, was just handing out the patches to people. And I also made magnets because I was afraid I was going to run out of patches. And then another thing people were making were buttons. So I'll see. These were all really cool. I mean, I'm not really a button person, but a lot of people were wearing them around their lanyards, which I wish I would have done that, because then that was also another way that people could tell that you were, you know, trading or giving out things. A lot of I'll get to the pins in a second, but there was a cool thing that they were doing. I'm sure they've done it for a couple of years now, but they were trading pins, and they were actually selling them at the store, and different booths were selling them. But that was one of the main reasons I didn't put these on my lanyard, because I wanted to keep these, and I was afraid someone might come up to me and be like, "Hey, are you trading?" This is one of my favorite ones. I put this one on my lanyard. It's like a Imperial rankings insignia. Actually, I think it's this side. And this last one is actually one of my close personal friends made with his wife. I don't know how well it'll show up, but it's a old vintage Kenner Star Wars 2-pack, and his nickname is 2-pack, so I thought that was kind of cool. And then, now these were the pins that we got these with our t-shirts. My wife bought these t-shirts for me, my wife, and my son. These were the trading pins I was talking about. So they had like all these characters were on one t-shirt, these were on another, and these were on another. And this was the main thing. I kind of felt bad because this was the main thing my wife wanted to collect. And different booths had, actually I had a piece of paper, I don't think I have it with me. Different booths had different pins, and then you could get pins from the Celebration store. And by the time you got out of one line for one like booth, almost every other person was sold out. The only one I did manage to get, I got this free with the purchase I'll show later on. So that's what, some of them were just selling the pin for like 50 bucks, 40 bucks, 30 bucks, whatever. And then some of them were doing, like this one was you buy, I think it was $25 worth of something from their store, and then you got this pin for free. So that was kind of cool. If I was better prepared and I understood like how the things, you know, the different booths were doing and everything, I probably would have tried, you know, to get some of them. I might look on the secondary market after some of it, you know, mellows out a little and see if I could get a couple of my wife's favorite friends, favorite characters. And then I ran into this one guy, if you guys know the Open Box Mafia. I ran into, what does it say his name was? Oscar. I recognized him. He was trying to take a picture, and one of my friends offered to take a picture of him in front of, I think it was the X-Wing, and then he took our picture. If I could find the picture, I'll put it on there, but I didn't get a picture with him, which kind of sucked. But and this last thing I thought was, I thought this would be kind of cool to show off. Seeing it was Star Wars Celebration. These are all my lanyards from the previous celebrations that I went to. So, as you guys could tell, I'm a big Star Wars fan. This is the only one I couldn't find. I can't find my Star Wars Celebration 3. But here is the original Celebration, and I even have the original lanyard, episode 1. So there's the original one, my 3-day pass. And then Celebration 2. Here's Star Wars Celebration 2. I believe this is mine. And then my wife, this is back when we were, I think we were, I'd have to look at the date, but my wife came and visited for one of the days. But those are Celebration 2. Like I said, I can't find in the lanyard. I can't find the Celebration 3, which had Darth Vader with, like, actually, let's see if I can reach this. That was the year that they brought this out. So everything was basically labeled with this Vader. I don't know if it still works. Oh, it's right here. I can't push it, but everything was like everything was labeled with this like Vader with the flames that year. So there's a Celebration 3 logo, and so the badge is similar to that. So this is Celebration 4, and this is where we volunteered for the autographs, and this was from one of the a Rebel Scum message board, a forum member badge. There's the lanyard, and then Celebration 4 was the first year that they had an extra day just for, I think it was fan club members, and you got this special red lanyard. And then that year we were part of, since we were doing the volunteering for the autograph session, we got we got a different badge, which I think our badge we had, sadly we had to turn in to get this badge, so I don't have the regular badge, but I did get, let's see if I can reach this. That year we actually also sat down and volunteered just, you know, we didn't have to, we didn't sign up for it or anything, but the artist that drew all the badges that year, we really, I think I got a t-shirt, my wife got a t-shirt, we got a poster, and we had him do a custom print. I'll see if I could find, I remember taking a picture, but one of the actresses that we sat down with in while she was signing was Orly Shoshan, I think her name is, and it was she was really nice. My wife fell in love with her character. She's the same species, Shakti. She's the same species as Ahsoka, and we had the artist Jake. We actually had him draw a Shakti badge, like as if it was she had her own badge. So we had him sign it, and we had Orly, I think that's her name. We had her sign it also. So that was like one of my favorite, like, you know, memorable moments. So we got a lot of that. I keep reaching over here because I have a lot of stuff over here. But here's, I don't know how well it'll show up, but Jake, that's his artwork. Actually, I gotta get in touch with him, see if he wants me to send these to him, because I picked up a couple extra. They use his artwork. And here's obviously the Chicago Celebration badges. These are the two original badges my wife bought me Thursday and Friday, that we were originally just going to go that day. And this is the group that I was a part of for the, you know, trading and stuff like that. And then this is the badge that I got for my friend to cover for his website. So, here's some, I don't remember what these are. Oh, these are from the Jedi Insider magazine, I believe. These are from Celebration 2 or 3. I'm not sure. Here's another one. I can't remember why we got these. I'll pick that up later. This was the reason I grabbed this. This was the first year we actually bought Celebration 4. We bought all the different badges. Came in this cool little metal case. I'm not going to go through them all, but just to show you that. Oh, there's a crew one. But that they had all the badge sets available again, but it was so hard to get into the Celebration store. I'm pretty sure most of you guys have heard the horror stories already or read online and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go over the different things that I got. I really didn't go there and plan on getting a lot. My main focus was to, you know, just to have fun and cover for my friend's convention, and they had lottery systems for everything. So I think I won the lottery on like 2 of the panels, and all the like exclusive stuff I couldn't buy, except for the Hasbro. I got a Hasbro Pulse email, and I got like a VIP ticket. So I was able to use those, and I was able to get the Black Series throwback Episode 1 carded figures. These bring back a lot of memories because during the first celebration, is right after the first celebration, they had the Midnight Madness. I think it was the first Midnight Madness, and we were able to go wait outside with like tons of fans that were there for celebration. And I think we were off in a small subdivision. We weren't actually at the Denver one, but it was just madness. People were just like throwing. I remember one vivid memory I have is they had like just islands and islands of different pegs, and me and my friend, you know, because we were like towards the front of the line, so we were probably like the 20th people, you know, the 20th in line, and I do remember like we got into like this little like horseshoe island, and then there was these like 2 little girls in front of me and my friend, and then all of a sudden like the massive crowd just started coming, and there was these you know, the pegs that they use for in stores, and like these little girls were getting pressed up against these pegs, and me and my friend were like holding them back, and you know, it was crazy. And then I think my brother, people like the main figure people wanted was, I think it was Darth Maul. I think Darth Maul was like the figure to try to get. And I remember at a point my brother was kind of down in front of us, and he was just like picking up figures, And people were like, we need a Darth Maul. And he was like, I got a Darth Maul. And he was like just throwing them behind. And people were in the back. Oh, it was a madhouse. And then like it slowly settled down. And I mean, there were thousands and thousands of figures in that store. And it was like barren at the end. And then people had like their carts with like just piles of figures in them. And then they were going around, hey, did you get an extra? I think the 12-inch Darth Maul was another one. And I think I want to say my friend Daryl got a 12-inch Darth Maul, and then someone else got a 12-inch Darth Maul, like someone that wasn't part of our group. But then I think I ended up trading for one, and then they made so many better figures after that. But like I said, just the throwback card and everything. I really like how they do stuff like that for the conventions. I actually got an extra set, and my main goal was the extra set that I got because they opened it up later on for regular people to get in. And my main goal to do was to try to get a set so I could try to trade for a Celebration Luke, because I missed out on that one in the 40th anniversary card. So another thing that I got while I was there was when I went back in line when they opened it up again. One of my friends posted on Facebook, and then one of his friends like commented, and he asked if they had this or that, and then I showed a picture. I think I showed a picture of the flyer that they had, and they also had some vintage carded figures. And I don't know if this wave is out yet, but he asked me if I could, if I was to go back there, if I could pick them up. So I picked them up for him, and that's one of the things I like doing. I like helping people out. Like I said, I don't even know the guy. He's a friend of a friend, but if I could help someone else out and stuff like that, that's what I feel that's what this is all about. And then I got General Grievous. I originally wasn't going to get him, but they had a ton there, and there was this one other booth. I think it was Dorkside Toys. They had a whole wall of them. But like I said, I really like the Imperials, the Bounty Hunters, and then some of my favorites from Rebels. But just seeing General Grievous, and then they're redoing, not redoing, but there's going to be a Walgreens exclusive Obi-Wan in his clone armor. So I think what I'll do is I'll because I only want to have I'm not going to collect every single one. So I think I'll get that clone armor Obi-Wan, and then I'll have him battling General Grievous. Or maybe if I get a couple battle droids, I could have them going against each other. So that was all the stuff that I got. And then this bag over here is, my wife was in line the one day she went Friday, and she went straight to her universe. She got a shirt, and then I saw that they were offering this, and I thought it was a good deal. She was also going to be at her booth like a certain time signing Ashley Eckstein, I think is that her name, and but they had piles and piles of these, and they were only $25. I figured, I'm sure I'll meet her one of these days, but it was just nice to, get something like that. And then, she got a fan. And then that one pin that I got with the pilot, this pin, I got this from this booth that I got. I originally got this from my friend. He commented, or he sent me a text and asked me if I could pick one of these up for him. But then he was, I was like waiting in line. I'm like getting closer and getting closer. I texted him back, did you want it? And I texted him the price of the ones that he wanted. And then he didn't get back to me, and it was my turn. And I'm like, okay, well, the other one that he wanted, you could get on Amazon. It was actually cheaper on Amazon. So this was the only one this is what are they called? Movie realization. And then I swear I checked out. I turned around the corner and I got a text, and he said that he will pass, which it's not his fault. I don't hold it against him, and like I said, I like troopers and stuff like that, so I'll probably just hold on to that for a while. So like I said, that's my haul. If you ever get a chance to go to a Star Wars Celebration, I highly recommend it. My favorite part was just going there, trading patches, handing out, just the look on people's faces that totally didn't expect it, giving them something like that. If you ever have a chance to You know, so if you ever have a chance to go to something like that, if it's ever in your area, or you know, if you're ever going on vacation, you know it's going to be in the area, check it out because it's a blast. It's grown over the years. Actually, while I was grabbing some stuff, I found this picture. This is one of my favorite memories of the first. I don't know how well it'll show up, but when we were in line, and if you watch some of the panels, Anthony Daniels actually brings this up on the 20 years. We were in line, it was raining, it was muddy, it was cold, and all of a sudden out walks Anthony Daniels, greeting people in the line, you know, shaking their hands, taking pictures with them. And this is back before cell phone cameras and selfies and stuff like that. And I believe I either had my old point and click camera or I had one of those wind up disposable cameras. And either I called his name or my brother called his name, I can't remember. And he stopped and he like gave like this pose, and I was able to snap a picture. And then a few months later in Chicago at the comic convention, he was gonna be there, so I got in line and I got him to sign it. And when he saw that, he was like, "Oh, you know," couldn't believe that, you know, someone, you know, that was there, you know, and that I got a cool picture like that. Like I said, that was one of my favorite memories besides the whole Midnight Madness thing. So thank you for watching my video. Please comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. And until then, I'll see you on the next one.